They used to come over for every Christmas and barbecues and everything, and holidays. When Jessica and Sean were married, they were always, there for Christmas, Thanksgiving, birthdays, that kind of thing. And then that was, they were just, it was a regular family, really. But as time grew on, with substance abuse problems from their mom and dad, it caused a division. Over the years, about 8 years ago, I had a chance to try to help them and get them a place to stay and bring them back into our lives and play baseball with them and sign them up for Boy Scouts. And they got a judge and they got a court order and removed them from school and removed them from the home. And then she proceeded to lose them anyway into the system through substance abuse. With all that was going on in my life and in their lives, I hadn't seen them for a long time. I received a phone call from Christian Heritage, and they said that there was a chance for me to be reconnected with my grandchildren. I knew they had been in foster homes and different foster homes and group homes, and so I knew life couldn't have been easy for them. And I was glad when they contacted me, and was hoping to see them again. So for a while, we weren't sure if it's going to work out, and that was a hard thing and to deal with. It's quite an experience. Besides being his grandpa, I'm his foster dad, and we're reuniting and reacquainting ourselves and of all the warts and the different aspects of each of our personalities, but it's been great, and there's been a lot of good times and a lot of laughter in our house now. I'm glad that this ministry exists, or else I might not have seen them again till they were men.
Well, we were at a place in our life where 3 of our older children had gone off to college, and well, kinda, as much as they do. And pretty much I was planning kind of fun things for us. And so that was fun for about a year or two, like, planning your next vacation and, I don't know, changing your living room furniture. And then I kind of got bored with it and realized there's, just more that we could be doing. So I've worked with kids and juvenile delinquents for a really long time, about 20 years. So watching kids move and watching the damage that happens every time they move to the next spot. So that really weighed on my heart, especially when you know that you come home and you're like, gee, what wonderful thing can I have for dinner? Or what next vacation can I take? Or, should we think about building a new house? And when you see that kind of juxtaposed with people who literally do not have a home to go to. And so I've thought about foster parenting for a really long time. And I probably brought the suggestion home at various times across my career. I'd bring the idea home. It was, I think, a serendipitous moment. I saw a Christian Heritage worker at Barnes & Noble. And I told Shelley, I'm like, I've been thinking about foster parenting. And she was like, well, we have a class starting.
Yeah, the first placement we had was a 3-year-old little girl, and that was kind of neat. It was like, okay, she was really, really cute and everything, really playful and stuff, and then a little while later, a few weeks later, we were asked if we could take a family of 4, and we're like, okay, this is 5 kids coming into our house at the same time, and we just had a few other brand new things in our house at that time. We had a brand new dog, a new puppy coming in. We had new jobs, so it was pretty interesting as far as a lot of firsts at that point in time. So, but it all seemed to work out pretty well. So they were with us for quite a long time, over a year. The family of 4 were, and there were some rough patches in there, but it got to a point where everybody, they were pretty much like family.
I would see my 13-year-old son, doing something, tying a little girl's shoe or helping a girl color, and it just really melts my heart. It's been surprising how much I've identified with the moms and feel very, I really like them. Like they could be my younger sister or my older sister.
Yeah, a lot of people would say, oh, aren't you gonna miss them, when they go back? But yeah, I do miss them every once in a while, and I think it's kind of nice that we still have that relationship with their mom and them, that we can actually see them every once in a while. So.
So I was incarcerated when I was pregnant with Adias, and I didn't get out till he was 15 months old. So I had to build my own reconnections with him. Aaron, Adias' father, was in Nebraska state penitentiaries for the last 9 years, but he's got a long time in prison. He's been in for 9 years and he still has 10 more years. People normally see the guy's in prison and he doesn't deserve to have whatever family relationships he could have because he did wrong. And this is a guy that's not able to see his child, that is doing everything he can to have every opportunity he can to be able to see him, which I think is pretty powerful considering where he's at. I feel like the Destination Dad program has been a very important role in giving Aaron the ability to be a father.
Makes me feel really happy. Because I get to spend a lot of time with my dad.
The daddy visits gave Adias and Aaron a chance to really hang out as dad and son, like you would at home, just hanging out with your kids on a night off or something. And it's like the closest to a home that he could have with his dad for his childhood to remember growing up. So it becomes an environment that's much like home.
Yeah, we made Legos. I think we've made a boat before out of Legos.
Because it's part of who he is. It's good to understand that what his dad has been through and why he is where he is, and to really get a full idea of what that all entails, and to know that his dad still cares about him even though he is where he is makes a big difference.
I feel really sad when I had to leave my dad from the visits. I want to say thank you to the people who got to let me see my dad and let him see me too, because we love each other very much.
Yeah, it's been challenging. 14-year-olds are always challenging. They're going to see how you're going to react to things, but it's been great. He's come a long way already. He's only been with me a little over a month, and it can be trying. It can be challenging, like we said, but it's well worth it.
I think when you build families, you can't even see how far that trajectory goes. So there's a Henry Adams quote that says, when you're a teacher, you don't ever see the reach of your influence. And I think it's exactly the same, or even more so for families. When you help build or strengthen families, you don't know what that end result will be, and you may never see it, but it will change our community. I have no doubt about it.
I would say that Christian Heritage values family, and that with anything they do, that there's going to be a good outcome family-wise. They're going to try to go to the roots of the family. They're not going to try to find a new family. It's going to be try to restore the family that's there. And that in itself is amazing, because that's where the child came from. So to be able to rebuild that and make that something strong that the family can live off of is a pretty amazing deal.